Here we are again. Seattle Seahawks are Super Bowl champions. Now I have a black eye from playing football with the kids. Now it's time at all times. Let's talk real estate. Jared, there's been a lot of stuff going on. I'm wondering if you're getting calls from your clients, from a lot of our past clients, in fact. And it's been a hot button probably in the last 2 or 3 weeks is about refinance. Are you getting people reaching out that we've done here in the past? Remember the plan that we had was get them in the right house. Don't worry about rate. We'll get you refinance, pull the payment down. Are you getting these calls as much as I am right now?
I'm getting a lot of calls. At the tail end of the year, anybody that's closed with me in regards to trying to get them over to the respective loan officer, in most cases you, in order to see ways in which we can try to save them money for the year. Most notably, we're getting, and you're getting it direct, I'm getting it indirect in regards to, hey, now that I'm seeing kind of rates drop a little bit, what does that look like as far as my monthly payment? This is something that, if you can remember, we really laid that foundation is like, hey, just get in, in, because I know we jokingly say it, but it's so true. You can refinance your rate and lower your payment. But you can't refinance your home price and then lower that. It's right. It sounds silly, but it's true. Although we're seeing that. With that said, even with a client, I would say with the $1 million mortgage, typically on your end, what would you say you're saving them to what they got in as far as rate? Let's just say September, August, or even July to what it is now. What does that look like in savings?
So, look, there's different factors for how every interest rate is done. And so the three main factors are what's your loan to value, FICO score, and usually what type of term you're putting it into and things of that nature. So to answer simply, somewhere it just depends on, because let's use your $1 million loan amount option, roughly somewhere in the 5.875 range to 5.625. It just depends. I'm also moving people around in actually lowering the term because they're saving so much money from when they got into it. They're used to making their monthly budget's not changing. We're reducing the term. That's one way we're doing it. Other ways we're doing it is just reinvesting the savings to then cut off life years of the loan, things of that nature. So it really becomes very scenario specific in what people's goals are, which is why I try to make sure, hey, let's have a conversation. Let's figure out exactly how we beat the bank so that you're winning and that we're still meeting your goals, right? Again, this was always about just dropping that payment, getting the monthly savings, and allowing them to take control now that they've got into their perfect house. What we're seeing is, so most of the transactions, let's say we take the last 12 months, most of the home values have increased. There's not like you get $700,000 in 1 year. That's not how it works. I wish. We're seeing the steady increase. And that's just what San Diego provides, obviously, versus your other markets that are not doing as well. So it's definitely been just more of a situational how we want to construct this new one moving forward. I'm really talking to clients about not paying points in this current cycle because I think we're going to get one more cycle down the road. That'll be it for quite a while. So if you can take advantage now, snag it, go back and you'll likely try to do this again in 24 months, somewhere in that range, my guess. Again, I don't have a crystal ball, but certainly I think that's probably what the writing on the wall is for really rates dropping that next leg where it makes sense.
Well, and there's two things that I think you focus in on. I want to kind of hit on that in regards to not only are you trying to save them monthly, you're also seeing in regards to rate. If you apply, let's just say that savings to your loan, then you may be cutting it to 25 years or 26 years. What's great about this is, does it reset your loan? It does. We've had some of these clients that got in just as early as last year. A lot of them that got in as early as last year. So realistically, they haven't been in that loan that long.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
They're going to make that up. Let's just say the first 3 to 6 months of what could be lost in that amount of time of resetting that loan. And furthermore, especially with you, I even did this back in the day when I did loans, is you're really doing your best to try to not add to that loan balance by any measure you can. So you're being cognizant of not increasing that. Of course, if anybody has questions out there, of course, they can talk to you in regards to what does that mean? What does that detail in regards to resetting it? And then, any add backs as well in regards to increasing that overall balance. I know you're very cognizant of that, which is
Yeah, I think you out of all people can speak to the fact of how I go about doing it is I don't just people ring me all the time. I've had a few calls this week,
Right.
more than enough to last me a lifetime so far. But they're asking me what's the rate, what's the rate, what's the rate. It's like I can do rate. That's the easy part. Really get granular with the numbers so that we
Right.
make sure the math works. Like it's all about seeing the math broken down and showing, hey, here's most of the ones that I have that have done it in the year, if they just put $100 towards their payment, in addition, they will make up the time that they've been in that loan. And usually a little bit more, honestly. That's one of the things I like to do is just go through and show everybody exactly what the real math is, because again, just putting you into a rate and restarting the loan, that's one aspect of it. There's a lot more that goes into and showing you the granular numbers so that you can see exactly how to take advantage of this refinance and maximize it. Again, it's all about beating the bank. It's all I care about at all times. How do I beat the bank?
And I think it's at least what I've learned are people are so scared to ask the questions, right? Like I
Yeah,
think that's the biggest thing is like, we make ourselves available so frequently in regards to ask these questions. You don't necessarily have to do something if it's the wrong thing.
100%.
So many of my clients, I think, shy away from that. Oh, I didn't want to bug you. We're there.
That's the whole point.
We're transactional guys. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, we want to be there throughout the process, 5 years, 10 years from now. And I've had some clients that literally reach out 8 years from now. Hey, listen, I need this, this, and this. We've done our best to try to answer the questions. We do invite all of our clients, any clients that aren't our clients as well. I mean, that's our job to help you out in regards to answering some of those questions, and more importantly, kind of strategy questions in regards to what it is that you're talking about. I think, with all things considered, you need to know what that looks like in regards to the refinance little mini boom that's happening right now, in regards to shaving off that maybe 100 to, in some cases, I think you were saying $500 to $600 that we shaved off monthly for one of our clients. Right?
Every one of them, every one I'm doing that's in that, again, going back to your example of the $1 million loan amount in that realm, let's say 800 to $1 million, is saving somewhere between $600 and $850 a month,
which is substantial.
It's huge. It's ginormous.
That could be
it'd be funny. I mean, like literally, I'm taking off 20, almost 9 years off of the loan, life of the loan for somebody just to reapply that savings back into the loan,
or to put it in your kid's college fund or something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Well, that's another conversation I'm having. Is you don't have to put it in the mortgage. If you want to just go ahead and move that $800, put it into a 529, do it that way. Just make sure, again, you're beating the bank. That's all that matters. I think you're exposing yourself to that. That's unnecessary. Wrapping up here, what do you see for the future here the next couple of weeks?
I'm already starting to see the activity. It's, when we're out there showing homes, we're seeing multiple people through, which is fantastic. From our last time we went on, we're seeing multiple offers. We're going against multiple offers right now. Some of that can be home and area specific. I am starting to see it pick up. And seasonally, I think it's going to even just pick up more. What about yourself?
Same thing. Definitely seeing people that were not in the market a year ago, or who were in the market, just got frustrated with the market and got out, who are now all circling back. A lot of them are coming back through, ready to do something, understanding the process of just getting into the house, find a house you love. The refinance is more on you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, if you will. So I think that's motivated people to come back in and go, let's see if we can find the right house that we want, and then go from there. So I'm definitely seeing everything pick up. I'd like to see this keep going. We've got the spring months coming here, which is going to be hopefully awesome as long as this continues, that everybody wins. Sellers, buyers, everyone. I'm looking forward. I think things are looking brighter. Let's say that.
Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Cool.